We are going to talk about is it difficult to practice zero waste lifestyle in Malaysia? What is your view? So let us start the discussion by introduce ourselves. My name is Ching Yi.
Hello, my name is Tang Hui Chin.
My name is Ziting.
My name is Nurul Takifah binti Baharuddin.
My name is Nurul Humaira binti Hassan.
So, as we know, the earth is sick and now coronavirus is changing our life. So beginning zero waste, which means that no waste is generated and trying to send zero things to the landfill. From my perspective, I agree with this focus, which is zero waste lifestyle is difficult to practice, especially in Malaysia. This is because if Malaysians practice a zero waste lifestyle, shopping online will become more difficult. One reason for this is we are going through the difficult time now. We have to attend MCO, which is Movement Control Order. Malaysians are prohibited to go out except for urgent matters. Hence, Malaysians encouraged to shopping online at this time. But we know that the items that are common purchase online will come packed in non-recyclable material, including such things as certain plastic, for example, bubble wrap, example pad, and polystyrene box. So what do you think, Doug?
Yes, certainly I agree to Ching Ying's point of view, where she stated that online shopping comes with a lot of plastic and single-use wraps, like bubble wraps and so on. And then I think that this is definitely usage of plastic is inevitable in our everyday life, which includes not only like the online purchasing and also our everyday life where we go shopping, grocery shopping with our family, like in the Aeon or Kinta City shopping complexes. So as we all know, we are used to plastic bags around the grocery stores area, where we can just grab the plastic bags and put in whatever fruits and vegetables that we want, and also go to pay for the groceries. With our groceries, there is also the sticker labels, which is definitely also another waste that we can avoid. So what do you think, Ziting?
I agree with you because it's like, especially in supermarket, the supermarket will provide the plastic bag or they'll sell the vegetable, the fruits, the poultry, wrapped in plastic, and for pricing and weight. And also some of the customers, they will tend not to bring their own grocery bag. This happen is due to the laziness. They're lazy to change their mind. They're lazy to bring their own grocery bag. Since they're very lazy to bring their own the grocery bag, so they will tend to buy the plastic bag for even like 20 cents for one plastic bag. Besides that, they are also very lazy to bring like the reusable cups of the water bottle to go out when they are going to somewhere else, like working, studying, shopping. So this happened because they're lazy to wash the water bottle or the reusable cups when they use it. And also, Malaysia have a very hot weather, so when we are going out, we will tend to buy some drinks due to the hot weather. Without your water bottle or the reusable cups that you bought, you will use the plastic bottle that provided by the shop. So this will lead to very difficult practice zero waste in Malaysia. What do you think, Latifah?
Yes, I also agree with you.
rather than lazy, I think that Malaysians already used to throw the plastic bags or waste away. So from my point of view, since Malaysians are already used to throw the plastic bags or wrappers, the other waste, they will not easily changing their minds to accept the zero waste lifestyle. For example, we can see at our home, if we want to open a biscuit plastic to eat the biscuit, after we have finished the biscuit, we will just simply throw it away without keeping it. This means that we already used to this, and it is not easily for us to accept the new zero waste lifestyle. This also applies to workers in the office. Since they are so busy, they will just throw the plastic bags or plastic wrappers away after they have finished eating their meals. So what do you think about this, Myra?
I actually agree with all of you, especially on the point of online shopping. Since our society, the mindset of our society, they did not aware of the importance of this zero concept to themselves. Their mindset is still poor. So I think that zero waste lifestyle is still hard to be practiced in our community. Okay. From my point of view, another aspect that can contribute to the difficulty in practicing zero waste lifestyle is enforcement of the enforcement aspect. Okay, since there is no specific law or act of powers right and JB, I take example Johor Bahru City Council. The power given to them only focuses on controlling the failure of households and traders in carrying out the responsibility of removing solid wood packs into the proper place, which will result in the breeding of mosquitoes and rats and all of that. So that one it really contributes in difficulties to practice zero waste lifestyle, since there is no specific law, and it will consume more money and more cost to change our behavior of our community. So that is my view.
Right, I totally agree with all of you. Like earlier, Tang and Ting mentioned about all the items are packed in plastic bag, and I want to discuss further about this. So I think that zero waste lifestyle difficult practice in Malaysia because it will cause many inconvenience in our daily life. First, buying food is really hard. Everything is packed in plastic. So even we can bring our own recyclable shopping bag. But how about when we want to buy a cucumber? It's in plastic wrap. So how about apples also in plastic bag? Cereal also come with wrapping. So can you guys imagine that in the end leave how many foods that we really can buy that already list in the grocery shopping list? What do you think? Tang?
Yes, I certainly agree with Yi Ying. I have a different point of view where, except for this grocery shopping, I think that this zero waste movement is really not a good idea, because like in medical or frontliners aspect, it is impossible for them to implement this zero waste movement, because like in every hospital, the things need to be sterilized and also need to be very clean. For example, like the medical syringes, or like the personal protective equipment, and also plastic gloves or like the plastic mask, oxygen mask, or like plastic tubes. All of them need to be in plastic, and also it needs to be disposed right after use. So it cannot be reused or like you say recycled or anything like that, because like it is contaminated with blood, with saliva and everything like that lah. So I think this is quite important for us to know that zero waste is cannot say zero waste can be implemented everywhere lah. So like for example, medical purposes, we cannot avoid to use plastic.
Yeah, I agree with you. Besides that, for the hospital, in like school or universities, they're still using the books, the textbooks, the notes in paper, and also we have to hand in our lab reports or the assignment in paper to our lecturer. This also cannot be avoided. Actually, we have to go to the no papers, but we are still using the textbook. For example, in primary school, secondary school, the textbook, everyone have their own textbook. So it is impossible for you to suddenly change to zero waste by making no textbook. It will make it just like very confused, and they will just don't know how to use it since they are using textbook for many years. And also, in universities, the students will tend to print their notes in paper because they think that they will just easily to record anything in paper rather than in laptops, your phones, or even iPad. Even that there are many applications for us to make our notes, but most of the students will just tend to record anything in the paper. Do you agree with Myra?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And to addition of that, you were talking about university, hospital. Well, for me, I'm going to talk about financial aspect towards the hawker and the restaurant that use plastic containers, plastic bottles, and plastic plates and all of that. That also contributes to the difficulties in practicing zero waste lifestyle in Malaysia. Since there are a lot of online sellers out there, they want to use the cheapest materials or the cheapest products to be used in their restaurants. So that will actually cut off the cost, so that it will allow them to cut off the cost. And since we are in MCO, movement control order, there will be a huge margin in their income. So of course they wanted to cut out the cost for their business. So actually, to practice zero waste lifestyle is not easy for most of the sellers out there, and it will lead to financial difficulties for them. So I don't think that zero waste lifestyle is suitable for in Malaysia, especially to those who are running business or running a restaurant and all of that.
Yes,
So if I can continue.
Yes, I totally agree with all of your points, and I would like to add that even though there are things like DIY or making our own products using the waste material. If we know that making DIY is kind of difficult for us, and if the DIY is we make the DIY, we fail on making the right DIY, and if we fail that, this means that more waste will be produced rather than we practicing the zero lifestyle. So I think that even though DIY exists, but I don't think this is such a good thing to be practicing in Malaysia, since most of us did not think about what to do with the waste, the bottles. They just simply throw it away, and they don't have any chance to reuse the things. So what do you guys?
Okay, since everyone agree that it's difficult for us to practice zero waste in Malaysia, so I would like to summarize the points that we mentioned during the discussion. The problems that for the food deliveries, online shopping, and also the financial problem will lead to difficult to practice zero waste in Malaysia. Next, there is no enforced law for zero waste, the laziness of the society, the behavior and the lifestyle of the society by throwing the rubbish, making notes with paper, using textbook, the poor awareness of the society, the supermarket provides plastic bags and also the labeling, which cannot be recycled. The DIY materials that they're making the rubbish actually because it's not all of the DIY materials will be useful for us. So in conclusion, every one of us will disagree that it's difficult for us to practice zero waste in Malaysia. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.